Go.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Andy with Serenoa Landscape Design. We're in the plantation here in Ponte Vedra, and we are about to get started on phase 2 of a project that we did earlier in the year. But I wanted to walk you through this project and show you what phase 1 looked like. Come on over here and I'll show you. So our client had had a pool installed, and they wanted some privacy for by the road, so we chose this viburnum hedge. We got some large ones, so it's just instant gratification and privacy. It works really good. We have this split leaf philodendron, which is not doing too hot, a little embarrassing, so maybe we shouldn't look at that. But as you come into this landscape, it's a very tropical landscape, and we have lots of different kinds of tropical plants here. This, for example, is called a mule palm, and it is a hybrid palm that's mixed with a queen palm and a pinto palm. They're very beautiful, and they're a little bit more stout, have a bigger trunk. The palms have characteristics of the queen palm, which is very long. That's the queen palm there, up there, and then the pinto palm is a little bit more stout, and the palms are actually the leaves are kind of corkscrewed a little bit, so it has both those characteristics. But this landscape has a bunch of color. We had blue days all in this landscape, and it was looking amazing, but we had some bunny rabbits eat all the blue days, so now we have to go with some society garlic or something else that'll do the trick. But a couple of these cool plants that were used in this landscape to give you color. You don't always have to use flowers. A lot of times you can just use foliage to give you that color pop in the landscape. We have these chartreuse colored foxtail ferns below, and then these black magic colocasia elephant ears, which are really neat, kind of coming out. These work in the same way that caladiums do, but they have a longer span, so sometimes they'll actually survive the winter and be upright the whole time, but a lot of times when we get that cold weather, it knocks them down. They have a bulb, so whenever they in the spring comes, they come back to life and they look really great. These are one of my favorite plants. This is called a alba white giant cold hardy begonia. They have these big leaves, and they're very cold hardy, and they have these beautiful white flowers. It's almost like having a hydrangea in terms of the size of the plant and the big bouquet of flowers that it has. Very, very beautiful, awesome plant. I use it on almost every job. We have these Jatrophas here. These are a great plant as well. It's kind of like a mix between a plumeria and a hibiscus. It blooms all year long. Hummingbirds love it. Has really pretty little pink flowers and very tropical. Can take some damage in the winter, but then comes back. We have white birds of paradise. And then below here, these are the silver palmettos. This is the palm that I named my company after. Serenoa Landscape Design is a play on the Latin name, or the botanical name of this palm is called Serenoa repens. But it has that really pretty blue, silverish color to it. It's a really great low maintenance plant for Northeast Florida landscapes to give you a tropical feel, be native, and everybody loves blue. So one more palm I'll show you guys in this landscape. Kind of stuffed back here. We have these needle palms. These are one of the most cold hardy palms in the world. They're native to Florida, and they're great for really any environment. They love shade, sun, wet or dry soil, and they make a nice understory backdrop. Eventually they'll get 6 feet tall, and they look very similar to like a dwarf lady palm, and that's going to be a really awesome way to fill that space eventually. But yeah. So this before was just, all the road. They have this pool right here, and this was just all exposed and open, but we used all these different plants to create a very lush tropical screen that, reminds our client where she's from, which is Antigua, I think. Somewhere really tropical. I'm trying to remember. But anyways, she loves this look, and we're happy to help her achieve that. This is a really great plant as well. This is called night blooming jasmine, and it is a really pretty, very fragrant plant that is really great to use in landscapes as well. Come on back this way. We also have some rosemary there. We've got these Kunti Palms, which are really great. These are, you know, native plants. We use these in a lot of our jobs. They're actually a type of cycad. They're not really palms, but they're very versatile, just like the silver palmettos and the needle palms. Those are actually related to these in the fact that they belong to the same plant family of cycads. This is a cycad as well. It's not a sago palm, it's actually a Diuna jewel. These are from Mexico, and they're a little bit more exotic than just the sagos that you see everywhere that have a lot of issues. So they're really kind of different and interesting. I always love using orange birds of paradise in landscapes as well. Very tropical. Everybody loves them. They're just, you know, great. They're a nice hedge alternative, so, you know, you can see over them and still get to enjoy the landscape beyond. Over here, we have a more tropical palm. This is called a dwarf sugar palm, and we have this planted here specifically because this is the south-facing side of the house, and it's underneath this oak canopy. So this palm is a little bit more tender to, you know, the cold weather. So it could take some damage in the cold weather that we get here in Northeast Florida. And having this protection from this oak tree is kind of like it being in its own little greenhouse. You know, being the south-facing and this close to the ocean and everything, it's going to do great and be really nice here. We have this nice little flagstone walkway that we have all this mondo grass kind of weaving in between the flagstone, making a nice little mosaic. And then I'll show you some of these Farfygium that we have back here as well. Look at right here and I'll show you. So this is Farfygium. This is a really great plant that is super duper cold hardy. It doesn't look like it would be cold hardy, but it's very tropical, has a big leaf, and has these awesome flowers that you don't always get to see. But you know, I look at these flowers, I'm just like, how the heck does that come from this? They just look so different to me. But really great plant, big leaf, contrasts really nicely with the liriope. In my landscapes, I like to not only do contrasting colors, but contrasting textures between the different plants. So anyways, thanks for checking out this garden design with us. We are going to be working on some other phases on this job, so we'll come back to it. But if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments or shoot me a direct message and I'd be happy to help. Thanks.